And tomorrow looks to be the last full quiet day, of course, as we welcome in the winter season. Now, taking a look at your 24 for tonight, it is going to get colder than last night. We're going to lose the wind overnight. Wind becomes light to even calm, and we've got clear skies for the most part, maybe a few scattered clouds here and there, especially for the high terrain through sunrise. So temps will be dropping back into the teens for everybody. It'll likely be a frosty start tomorrow morning as well. Then we'll wake up to, I would say, some scattered clouds. It'll quickly give way to full sunshine as we head toward the afternoon. Temps will be climbing back into the 30s pretty quickly, and we'll end up near normal for the afternoon for mid to late December, mid to upper 30s for most of western Mass. And breezes stay light to calm throughout the day, actually, so it ends up being pretty decent. Now, we will eventually start to have clouds roll in tomorrow night, but in the evening, it looks like we're still fair, so temps should drop pretty quickly again tomorrow evening. Looking at your 24 temperature swings, we've got some good ones coming. Teens tonight, 30s tomorrow, teens tomorrow night, and then 30s again for Thursday. Then we're talking about temperatures climbing to around 55 or 58 potentially on Friday, and then tanking into the teens Friday night. And that's this next storm system. So right now, wet weather, we're only seeing a little bit of snow across parts of the northern plains, getting into the Rockies, the Pacific Northwest. Upper level energy diving south into the central plains as we go into Wednesday. We're going to start to see the storm kind of blossom and come together. We'll have a lot of rain coming in out of the south. It's going to move pretty much right up the I-95 corridor Thursday evening. We should start to see the wet and wintry weather arrive Thursday night. Now, I said wintry because it may actually start as a wintry mix in the northwestern hills, but the majority of us go right to a cold rain, but then it gets really warm on Friday. Temps could soar into the middle and upper 50s. Strong wind out of the south, and then we've got a strong cold front that comes in Friday night, and behind that, wind will shift and temperatures will tank. So looking at the rainfall forecast, we're expecting anywhere between 1 and as much as 2.5 inches of rain. With the warmer temperatures, expect this big healthy snowpack in the hills and the Berkshires to start melting. That could lead to a lot of runoff and potentially some minor to moderate river flooding. Connecticut River in Northampton, there's a risk for moderate flooding over the weekend. So a lot of those swells won't actually happen until after the storm is gone this weekend. As far as the wind, that's our main concern for Friday. It's going to take a while for the wind to pick up in the valley, but it eventually does. We'll start off with that southeast flow. So, you know, the cold air gets trapped for a while in the valley. We'll have a chilly rain, a lot of fog. And then as the wind starts to pick up, we will begin to see those temperatures really warm up. Wind gusts could potentially top 40 to even 50 miles an hour once it shifts to the south right out ahead of our cold front. And that'll happen Friday afternoon. That'll be our maximum wind gust, and then we'll have that southwesterly shift with the wind. Should start drying things out pretty quickly, but temperatures are going to be falling fast. So there's the race to see how quickly we dry out before temperatures fall below freezing. Things could get a little icy Friday night. There's also a power outage risk due to the strong wind gusts and the heavy rain. We could get some minor tree damage and potentially some isolated to scattered outages, especially in the high terrain where wind gusts could get up to 60 miles an hour. Now, our forecasted temperatures for Friday, you can see in the afternoon, middle to upper 50s, and then we'll have this really fast decline. Before midnight, we're talking temperatures could be in the teens. So yeah, things could definitely freeze up a little bit. It'll be a tough call for Friday night. You want to plan accordingly. Things could get very slippery very quickly. Then over the weekend, we're dry, but it's still windy Saturday with a high of 25. We're 27 for Christmas Day, but sunny. And then things are quiet for early next week. We could see a few flurries with a quick moving light clipper Tuesday night into Wednesday. Chris and Mary?